Yeah, so guys, in this episode we are going to continue with our project. So in the last episode, what we did was to get to a point where we created our contact flow, inbound flow, tested, placed the phone call, it went in there, and then realized that everything is working. So now, what we are going to do in this video is to learn how to integrate Lambda functions into our contact center to help personalize the entire experience, right? So this is a clear use case where you mostly will have contact centers integrating with their own databases, their own stuff behind the scenes through Lambda functions. This is a pattern that you are going to do in different shapes or form. So we are just going to go right into it and then build that. If you are new here, please, this is one of the requests that came in by one of my subscribers, and then we are trying to build it. Kindly don't forget to give us a like, subscribe. For those of us who have been part of the journey, liking and subscribing is something that we really appreciate. It motivates us to proceed with this. I see people enjoy it. They don't leave comments. They don't do anything. Yeah, please, we really appreciate it. So let's just go right into it and then move. So what I'm going to first do is to create a DynamoDB table and then a Lambda function. So yeah, all that you do is just come to your Amazon Connect, AWS account itself, leave the Connect and then open DynamoDB. Yeah, I'm going to create a table, probably call my table ShopEasy customer or something. Yeah, let me do ShopEasy customers. I already have the names here. I struggle to have names, so I have to plan these names ahead of time. And then the partition key, we are going to work with our phone number. Come to customization, and then ensure you have on demand selected so that this doesn't cost you anything. Then create our DB table. So this is a very simple DB table. ShopEasy customers DB table. So wait for it to get created. And then what I'm going to do is once it's done, I'm going to wait. I think it's still created successfully. Let me click on explore items, and I'm going to create a table item. So yeah, so this is just going to be a very simple table item that you can create yourself. I'll do all to leave all these JSON structures down there. So just a very simple table with a name that will contain a phone number. So this can be your phone number since you are going to be calling that for testing. I'll update this thing behind the scenes too. One of the phone numbers, my phone numbers, and then once I place a test call in there, we can use that. Just give a name. So I'm going to call, say, Kobina Shop Easy. That was my name. I have some email in here which we can use. I can update all these fields later. Or if you want to, all that you got to do is it's just a simple form, right? First name, last name, blah blah blah. So we can use them. So just update, add your own user. Let me create. Nothing fancy. So this is our DynamoDB table with our item. And I'm going to create a Lambda function. So I'll open my Lambda create function. Again, this is going to be a very simple Lambda function. All that it will do is it will read from our DB table and then get us the results that we want. Nothing fancy. My Lambda function is going to be in Python. All these things are things that we've discussed extensively in our Amazon Connect series, and then we are using them in this project. So if you don't understand any elements, you can always reference the specific video on our channel, right? Oops, sorry. Close. I don't have a custom. I'm going to use the default rule. So let me just simply create this. Okay. Sorry guys, my network is very slow, so my internet takes time to load. That's why mostly I record the videos off camera so that I'm able to cut these components off. So one of the challenges, yeah. Yeah. But don't worry, I try my best to ensure that things goes better for you. Oh, so this is my contact center. This is my Lambda. Sorry, I try to explain the Lambda a bit in here. Yeah, and then that's it. So it's a very simple Lambda. All that is inside our contact flow. We are going to extract the phone number, and once we get the phone number, we are checking our DB table against that phone number. Then we are returning the details, right? We are returning the customer name, the customer last name, email, and all these things that we are returning. So this is just a very simple stuff in here. One of the key things that you have to note when you are working with lambdas in Connect is the format in which you return it, right? Mostly I prefer this key pair so that I can easily make use of them in Amazon Connect flow, which will go in there very soon. So yeah, this is it. My database. I can deploy this. Please don't forget to deploy your Lambda functions. Come to customizations. Let me increase the execution time to about a minute. Save. Then I'm going to create the permissions. Since our Lambda function is reading from a DynamoDB table, AWS, you need permissions to do virtually everything. So I have my permissions in there. The same way, just add permissions, create an inline policy. So the next Lambda function that you probably use for this class and all, I'll just give you guys a CloudFormation template so that you import it and then you go. I want those that are pretty much new to this whole experience to see this too. That's why I came this route for this particular episode. So the service you are working with is DynamoDB. And then inside our DynamoDB, we want to do DynamoDB get item. That is, we want to retrieve a particular item, right? For resources, I'm going to select all. Next, I don't want to waste so much time on this. Yeah, the people what take with Kobana shucks, all right? So we are all sharp. Then we move. All right. So this is it. DynamoDB reader 6, and then we have our permission issue sorted. Hopefully you don't get any errors. If you get errors, fine. I will just resolve it and then we proceed. This is our Lambda code deployed and all. So I'm going to quickly test my Lambda to see if everything is working fine. I have a test event. You can skip this step if you are following along, but I just want to test so I don't come back to this Lambda interface again. For those watching, personally, I really like Lambda functions. So yeah, so let me call this my test event, my event structure. I'll do what to give you guys access to this, so if you want to test it or if you want to use it subsequently. This is just a random test event. Just ensure the phone number in here. This event structure that you see is the actual event pattern connect sense into your Lambda function. So I'm trying to simulate it. Yeah, the customer endpoint address is there. Phone number, the customer coordinate. So in my database, I have to ensure the phone number I have in there maps with the event, so that at least I'll get an item in the DB table. So all that I'm going to do is to click on test. Now look at the results. So it went in there and then it got the result for us. So it means it's working. So if anytime someone calls in with this, we are going to get that result. So if you are testing and then you copy the same event I gave you guys and you don't change the phone number, it's going to be user not found. So this is our Lambda function, this is our DynamoDB table. Now let's jump into Connect. If you are very interested in cloud engineering also and then want to build projects using Lambda function and all those fancy AWS services, I have a lot of them coming up. I have a lot of them ready on the channel. Check them out, build them. If you have questions, ask me and then we'll make progress. Yeah. Guys, we have to all become cloud engineers. You all have to. Those of us who want to become contact center engineers too, Charlie. You're just pushing the work and all. Everything is fine. But I actually enjoy recording the video this way. I don't know. This is me being myself and all. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm not irritating enough. Anyway, let me come to my contact flow then. So now, this is the contact flow we created in the first episode. We are just going to make some slight changes or adjustments. Okay. Yeah, so again, for this episode too, I have the flow readily available in there, which we can use. Those of us importing and exporting. You can use that. If you are not importing or exporting anywhere in the current state, I have that also in them. I already have this one on the side, so I'm easily going to export and import the new one. Oops. What happened? So again, it's pretty much the same old contact flow, just some slide wording or addition. Or you know what? Let me not do this. As I said, let me not do this. The old one, I'm just going to modify this on the fly, and then you guys will see. Sorry guys that this is a bit disorganized, but yeah, I want you guys to see and then understand exactly everything. Now, what I'm going to do is, after checking the hours of operation, instead of playing this generic message to them, what I'm going to do in here is to play an actual, like a bit personalized message to them. So the first thing I will need is an invoke lambda. So if you are new, you can just search for invoke lambda. Sorry, AWS lambda. Then you drag and drop. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. But since I already have it, I'm just going to copy that piece and then bring them in to just update my block. I've already spent so much time in this. I'm talking so much of. Okay, so these are the new blocks that I'm going to introduce. Some already exist. I'm just reintroducing it, certain new ones. So now I have this lambda block in there. And then inside this lambda block, what I'm doing is I'm going to import, select my lambda function. I made something. This is a good one. Then after calling my lambda function, I'm checking. So if you look at our lambda, you see this is what our lambda returns. Customer found. So inside my contact flow, I'm checking this attribute, which is an external value. Anytime you are returning something from a lambda function, it comes in as an external value. So what I'm doing is I'm checking this external value, that there is a key coming in from the lambda, which is customer found. If it is true, I want to play this message. So now the same welcome message, just that we are updating a bit. $.external.first name. I want to place the person's first name. The first name again too is coming in from where? In here. That is why we are doing $.external. If it's no match, thank you for calling. We are glad you called. Then we go. So if it's no match, we are defaulting to our existing message. Then we are proceeding. Else, let's progress. One thing that we all have to notice this. Anytime you create a new lambda function, if you want to use it in Connect, what you have to do is to associate the lambda function with your instance, which I forgot to do. So I'm going to quickly do that. Come to Amazon Connect instance page, come to flows, and now under lambda function, search for lambda. Sorry, the lambda we created. What was the name self? ShopEasy customer lookup. Then I'll add it. So once I add it and I come to my contact flow and I click on this, what I'm going to do is to select it. Those of you importing, please make sure to select it again. Easy worship. Sorry, ShopEasy. Then I'll confirm. Now, so I'm just going to do a bit of some slight branching. These two will come in here regardless. So if you are new, what we will do is we will give you a new experience without doing anything. But if you're already a customer, we just give you a personalized message. Then I'll connect my in hours to this. So now I can delete this. Beautiful. So this is how we easily integrate our stuff in here. So I'm going to again publish my contact flow. Oh, error in publishing the flow. Where is the next error? Something. Oops, sorry. So I think I dragged and dropped the lambda. That's why. So let me just publish, and then now it should work. Okay, so I'm going to place a test call again, and then we'll see how this goes.
Thank you for calling ShopEasy. We're glad you called. To check on an order.
Guys, you see, because my number is not in the DB table, my actual number is not in the DB table. It came in, and then if you look at the lambda logs, right? For the recent execution, or if you look at the connect logs, so this is the recent execution, no customer found. So my number came in and there was no customer found. So what I'm going to do is to update the DB table with this Google ID contact. And then I'm going to recreate the item. So now hopefully when I call, you should be able to pick my first and last name.
Thank you for calling ShopEasy. We're glad you called. To check on an order or shipping, press 1. For returns or refunds, press 2. For anything...
Let me wait a little. I think I've saved it. So this is the number I called with. So now let me look at my CloudWatch log again. Oops, sorry guys. You see I have a space in here. That's caused the issue. Oh.
Welcome back to ShopEasy, Kobina. It's great to hear from you again. Check on an order or shipping, press 1. For returns or refunds, press 2. For anything else, press 3. To speak with our...
Beautiful. So now I've been able to personalize the message. So this is pretty much how we do it. Hope you saw some of the things that I did, all the errors and then the debugging process and all. These are some of the actual skills I want you guys to have to as we go through the series and all. So this is pretty much fine. Probably someone is watching and saying, what is Kobina doing? We can't even answer the calls. We can't do it. If you want to be able to answer the calls as they come in, all you're going to do is just log in as an agent, right? The agent you created. So I'm just quickly going to probably open my connecting as an agent in a new browser. Do I even remember my user, guys? Ooh, yeah, I think I should. Okay. I think it was this shop. Yeah, I think this was it. Okay. So I'm going to log in as an agent so that at least I'm able to answer the calls. Probably someone is watching. What is Kobina doing? Kobina is not, the calls are not coming in. Kobina is just deceiving us. Guys, I really want the best for all of us. So I'm not going to deceive anyone. Okay. So I've logged in, opened my agent workspace, as you can already see. I'm going to wait for it to load. Ooh, I'm tired, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. Kindly give us the like, the subscribe. Should I cry? Nah. Oh, allow. Okay. So I'm going to save myself as available as an agent. Then I'll place a test call again so that you see that the call comes in.
Welcome back to ShopEasy, Kobina. It's great to hear from you again. To check on an order or shipping, press 1. For return, thank you for calling. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order it was received. General support.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So those of us, that's our issue. That Kobna is cheating us. This is it. It worked. Let's meet in the next video.